What really happens when you give up alcohol for 30 days? Most people assume it's just about saying no to a drink. But what if I told you? Quitting alcohol could be the start of a much deeper transformation. Stick with me because what I discovered shocked me. And it might just shift your perspective on your own habits. Hi and welcome back. Today I'm sharing my journey of going alcohol-free for 30 days. No gradual cutback, no just one on weekends. I went all in. And this experiment turned out to be less about what I gave up and more about what I uncovered. Before we dive in, let me ask you something. What's the real reason you drink when you don't need to? Think about that. Most of the time, it's not even about the drink itself. It's about escape, social comfort, or boredom. Let's explore. Part 1. The emotional impact. One of the first things I noticed after quitting wasn't physical, it was emotional. I didn't realize how much I used alcohol to smooth out the edges of my day. After a long day, that one glass seemed like a reward. But without it, I had to sit with my thoughts, and that was uncomfortable. But here's the strange part. That discomfort became clarity. The emotions I was avoiding were actually messages. They were pointing me to things I needed to face. This made me wonder, what else in my life have I been avoiding? We'll circle back to that later. Part 2, social pressures and identity. Let's talk about the social side of things. I didn't realize how many of my friendships revolved around alcohol. Happy hours, parties, even casual catch-ups, it all included a drink. If alcohol disappeared from your social life, how many of your connections would stay the same? That question hit hard. What I found was this. Some people were supportive, others weren't. But the biggest change was internal. I started redefining what fun and connection meant to me, and it didn't always include a drink. Part 3, physical changes. Now let's get into the body. Around week 2, I started noticing some unexpected changes. I was sleeping deeper. I wasn't waking up groggy. My skin looked clearer. I even had more energy during workouts. And yet there were tough days too. Some mornings I woke up irritable for no clear reason. That's when I learned this isn't just a habit, it's a biological reset. But here's where it gets fascinating. Remember when I said the emotional discomfort was a signal? It turns out the physical irritability was also a message. My body was learning to function without the artificial off switch I'd relied on. Part 4. Shifting self-awareness. By day 15, something deeper clicked. Without alcohol, I was no longer numbing, so I started noticing patterns in my thoughts, behaviors, and even my decision-making. What if the version of you that drinks is only one layer deep? This question shook me, because the clearer my mind became, the more honest I had to be, with myself, my routines, even my goals. Suddenly, I wasn't just quitting alcohol, I was confronting parts of myself I had kept hidden. Part 5, unexpected benefits. Then came the good stuff. Not just more energy, but more focus. More time, more savings. I didn't expect to have so much time to explore hobbies I used to never have energy for. Even food tasted better. Conversations felt deeper. Mornings became something I looked forward to. So what's the secret I uncovered by the end of 30 days? I'll tell you in just a minute. But first, Part 6, the real transformation. The real transformation wasn't about what I stopped doing. It was about what I started doing. I started listening to my body. I started questioning my patterns. I started rebuilding my social life with more intention. What are you afraid will happen if you stop drinking? And what if the opposite happens instead? We often imagine the worst-case scenario. But the reality? Going alcohol-free opened doors I didn't know existed. Here's the secret I promised earlier. The power isn't in quitting alcohol. It's in discovering who you are without it. So what do you think? Are you curious enough to try 30 days without alcohol? Let me know in the comments if you've ever tried going alcohol-free, or if you're thinking about it. And if you want help staying motivated, check out my next video where I break down how to build a sober support system that actually works. Thanks for watching, and remember, it's not about perfection. It's about progress. And that journey, that's just the beginning. So what do you think? Are you curious enough to try 30 days without alcohol? Let me know in the comments if you've ever tried going alcohol-free, or if you're thinking about it. And if you want help staying motivated, check out my next video where I break down how to build a sober support system that actually works. Thanks for watching. And remember, it's not about perfection. It's about progress.